Well, now I'm back, part 2. We're going to do some quick, easy, cheap pieces of beef with economy now, you get the same thing with expensive meat. Very cheap beef that I have cut up in blocks. I took two small medium potatoes, but there again, you can make the potatoes any size you want. But I'm going to put them in the water to start boiling. So, what I always do when I boil potatoes, and for it to get done quick, is to cover it as it boils with aluminum foil. It cooks the potatoes quicker, plus you ain't got to be trying to worry about a fork all the time. And I got it turned up, well, look, the line up under high. When it's steaming fast enough with the potatoes, I'll cut it down. Next thing we're going to do, let's move that over here, is the beef. The next thing, the skillet. The way I always do in the wintertime beef stew is I sprinkle all of it in flour. No seasoning, because you're going to do other seasonings. So you just take your fingers and toss it on a plate like this. Because this flour on the beef chunks is the thickening to your beef stew. So I use 1/3, because I just use a little piece of cheap meat. But there again, you can multiply this to make a big thing of meat. Beef stew. Y'all excuse me, because believe it or not, I'm camera shy. And I don't like a lot of attention. I even get nervous in church when I'm ushering, because I belong to the senior usher board. Because I'm a senior. So that's good. Plus it's the thickening. We're going to set this over here. We'll use that later. I'm going to just use a little vegetable oil again. And I'm just going to, just enough to grease the skillet. We don't really need frying time. And I normally make sure it's all over. Like that. Grease the skillet well. 2 tablespoons. Okay. With that, remember, no seasoning, because we're going to do that later. We're just going to put it all in the skillet. See? Just like that. All in the skillet to fry. Then, don't worry about how much oil or whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Okay? There we go. Yes, a little more. I will set that up there. So, there you go. It's cooking. Very good. Again, when you're on a budget, like I am, well, you learn tricks. So you know how you go to a place where you can spend $1 or $1 at Dollar World, and you get that real cheap dishwashing liquid, and it ain't antibacterial, which everybody should use, because you can't get too clean with the way stuff is these days. They'll say something is all right, and the next thing you know, you're hurt. But anyway, to make your own homemade antibacterial dishwashing liquid is to use white vinegar. White vinegar is it kills bacteria. It's a food antiseptic. It kills germs. It does everything. So using half a thing of cheap, and it's good because this way you can control how much that you want cleaned in your kitchen. Or You can put it in your little soap dish for the kids to wash their hands in the bathroom. Have this cheap dishwashing liquid and have vinegar. Clean their hands, and it's not a chemical. Everybody needs to know that. Okay, let's get this stew done. Oh, it's frying. Frying, very good. And then again, like I said, toss it. Just toss it. Beef chunks, just toss it. Now, if you want to go a little bit more, then maybe I'll just use a little squirt. Not a whole lot, but do use that. While that is cooking, what I'm going to do is clean up some of my mess right quick so I'll tell you guys about how good our God is. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know, when you're from a big family like me, and you're asking God to take care of and bless them, protect them, heal them, deliver them, have grace, mercy, and favor, protection, healing. What you do is ask God to take care of your bloodline. He knows what the bloodline is because He's a good God. And next, for the stew. Of course, you all know about the can. Don't try it at home. This is a can of mixed vegetables. Just a can of mixed vegetables. This is a can of carrots that I drained the water off the carrots, but I didn't drain it off the mixed vegetables because you'll be leaving out a whole lot of vegetables. But I always add this time of year extra carrots because it's good for you. Okay? So this mixture, let me get back over here so I can talk. Very good. Quick, easy, comfy food, wintertime food, easy to make. Health company, add more water to your pot, little flour, thicken it up, and you can feed as many people as you want. And remember, the Lord took 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes, fed 1 million. With this recipe, all you have to do, you ain't even got to worry about adding more periodically. Just give it a little sticky thought with the vegetable oil. Is that if company comes, all you do is add more water with a little flour to make it a whole lot. Kids come home with their little friends. I see how many it is. I go in the kitchen with the water, the flour, a little sea salt, and make a big pot. God is good all the time. All the time. And what do people say? Oh, my Lord goodness. I better not say that one, but it's a good one. And I miss cooking for my baby girls. That's great. So when you get like that, I cover that up a little more to make sure my meat is cooked all the way through, because I don't know, some people like blood running and pink and stuff. I like cooked. Cooked means done. Okay. If you don't know what done is, don't eat no meat that's red, because it's not what done. Potatoes boiling. To this mixed vegetables, an extra can of carrots. I'm going to put in a heaping teaspoonful of chopped garlic. Now this time of year, garlic and lemons. I'll show you how I make homemade lemon meringue pies real quick and easy, because you can use, you get your vitamin C and then you get your garlic. So don't worry about it. I picked something the other day, and I went to say something to my boyfriend, ex-boyfriend now. But anyway, and I had, he said, what's that? I had chewed no gum or nothing. I smelled like garlic. But you know what? He didn't realize he ate the same thing I did. He smelled like garlic too. I said, well, you meet me in the bathroom for the bathwash. We'll have a mouth-washing good time. Now, this is about a fourth or third of onion. You can use as much as you want, remember. To this mixture, chicken seasoning. Chicken seasoning is good. And there again, just sprinkle. Don't worry about it, just sprinkle. There again, garlic powder. Why? Because it gives you the and we want that for our homemade beef stew. And a little onion powder. Raise it up. Oh, wonderful. That's wonderful. Now, when your stuff is done, just like that. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Set it aside. Put this aluminum foil back on it. Put your mixture on the stove. Now, the only water I have in there is from the mixed vegetables. That's good. But what we're going to do is, here, let me go over here and get a cup. Okay, coffee mug. I use coffee mugs a lot because it has its measurements of its own. So that's one coffee mug. Maybe 2 coffee mugs. Perfect. Perfect. This is when I will take the rest of the flour that I used and then I'll put it in here. Because we want our beef stew to have a little thickening to it. Not a whole lot, but just enough. And then, like I said, you can always add what? More water. Now, when I make this for me, if me and my boyfriend makes up, I love him, but I have 0 tolerance for anything that's not maintaining to real love. So, he'll learn that you do not, you know, there's all kind of forms of abuse. Some could just be cussing somebody out. Of course, he ain't got the nerve for that because I beat him in the world cussing. But I'm a saved person and I love the Lord. So when I have to sometimes walk away, you know, but you know what the Bible said, turn your other cheek when somebody hit you. But you know what Cousin Patsy said? She said, yeah, turn the other cheek so she can hit you with the right. My baby. Love her. Love her very much. Now this mixed vegetables has potatoes and everything in it. You know, you could always add some more corn to it or more green beans. But like I said, this is beef stew for me to eat. And so I'll have it for today and tomorrow. If I want it for lunch. But you could always add more water. So while that heat up, one of my daughters sent me these things last year. Hey, if you guys out there looking, look, I need more. This is when I dump the meat in. Just dump it right on in. You're talking about good. Yeah. There you go. Clean. Stir your beef stew. Just stir it. Now, and I start off on the high heat with this beef stew because I still have one more thing to add in this beef stew, and that's tomato sauce. Now, you can use diced tomatoes, tomato paste, which is the best one for you, but it doesn't matter. So, but I'm using today tomato paste. Now, you can tomato sauce. You cannot even choose to want tomatoes in it. You can just cook this stew and serve it as is. But once you get all this together, and then I'm going to show you how to fix some hot water cornbread. Easy, simple, very delicious. So while that is going, I will start the hot water cornbread mixture. While that's getting hot. Y'all have to forgive me if this is, well, this is me. This is the way I cook. This is me. When oh, another little thing I want to show everybody. This is not pertaining to the beef stew or the hot water cornbread. This is like when you open a loaf of bread. And these little twisty things. I hate those twisty things. So if you spin the bread around, open it up, it'll keep just fine. Little tip. Okay, you guys. Let's get some cornmeal. There again, I'm going to use a serving spoon of about 2, because it's just me and my boyfriend. If we make up, if I let him come over, we don't know. 2 heapings, maybe 3. Okay, of cornmeal, any kind of cornmeal, red, white, and let me tell everybody this. There's not a difference between yellow cornmeal or white cornmeal. Remember that. Don't worry about the self-rising. It's good for that and the flour. But remember, always keep what I told you guys. Baking powder. Add it whether it needs or not. With this, I'm going to add a half of a third of a cup of flour. Now, make as much as you want. Here I go again. Of course, you know what Pat just told me, y'all. She said, Mom, you know you need to go get you some measuring cups. I know it. I need to go get a lot of things, but Social Security, you make do. And I don't want it for Christmas. So I'm going to put a half a teaspoon of sea salt. Throw the rest over my shoulder. I don't know why, but I seen a certain cook on TV and she does it, and it gave me a good idea. Why not? Okay, with that, baking powder. Now, I'm not going to use a whole lot of baking powder. What I'm going to do is use just about a pinch. Maybe 2 pinches of baking powder. But like I said, multiply this recipe. It's very multiply friendly. Everything that I cook is multiply friendly. Okay, now with this hot water cornbread, you stir up your mixture. See, all right. Homemade beef stew. Smelling good, you guys. And it ain't took me all day long in the kitchen. Well, I tell y'all about being in the kitchen. At this point, when it comes to a fast, well, it ain't quite as fast boil, but it will be in a minute. I pour in tomato sauce. Then you stir again. Homemade beef stew. Can you see it? Very good. Cover it up. Same aluminum foil that I used to cover the meat up. Why waste? Waste not, want not. That was cute. dry cornmeal. I'm going to cut this one on and down. Let's see what the potatoes are doing. Couple more minutes. Couple of more minutes. But, oh, even though what I did is, well, now, hot water cornbread is exactly what it is. Hot water cornbread. And what you're doing is you got two things that you're going to cook the cornbread twice. Boiling water. This case, if I'm boiling potatoes or making macaroni cheese, and that macaroni boiling on the stove, I take the water, pour it into the mixture, cover this up because that'll be the last thing we add, and you stir. And you stir, and it's really cooking twice in the bowl. Now, use a little boiling water at a time as you stir up your cornmeal. Of course, this is what? Hot water cornbread. That's why they say that. That's why they tell her, well, people down south know what I'm talking about. I'm a Kentucky woman. Of course, got a boyfriend, he say I'm country. I'm not just country, because Louisville ain't country. I just mean it. So the hot water in the corn is cooked. See? See? It's cooked. Also, you can make homemade hush puppies like this. Very good. But when it's done cooked, we'll put this on the back burner and continue cooking. And my favorite little skillet, vegetable oil. Now, you're just going to use it about almost, not quite an inch, you know, but just to fry your hot water cornbread. Okay? Well, let's get this over here. And you guys have to forgive me because I don't have nobody to clean up for me, so I got to do it myself. Okay? So there ain't no problem in me doing that. Okay, then when the skillet gets hot, see, it's thick. You'll let it get a little bit more hotter. And I use that time to put everything back up. Well, I sure was hoping that I wasn't going to spend the winter by myself. But I don't worry about it. When you hear people have problems in their love life and things, I've had just about all of it because I'm 64 years old. Well, my oldest daughter's 45, 7 girls, figure, 1 son. Love him to death. He is now with the Rural Police Department up in Denver. Love my baby boy. Love all my kids. Just you always have a couple, sometimes more than one, gives you, they're so grown, they're so cute. Don't be vain. The Lord said don't be vain. Don't be a self-lover person. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't mean what's in your heart. Okay? Okay, let's get this hot water cornbread. The way I do, and this is where you can make also hush puppies, is spoon dry. Okay? If you wanted to make hush puppies, say I was going to fry some fish. All I would do is chop in some onions, jalapeno peppers, I drain you some whole kernel corn, and mix it all in, then drop it in some, I'll get a deep fryer. So, like I said, but I don't want to get no appliances for Christmas. What I really want for Christmas, and I got 7 kids. You think by now they get together and buy Mama what she wants. A Kentucky cluster. But I told them today they don't make them too much no more in Kentucky. But you have to find them in find a Kentucky cluster in a pawn shop. Time to peep in. Oh, that's beautiful. Look over there. Oh, it smells good. And it was done fast. And then I did not let it boil all day long. Great. Great. Cover it back up. And then I have tops and stuff like that. But hey. When I'm cooking in the kitchen, I want to get done. I do not want to play around. Because like I said, we'll be raising all the kids and everybody else almost, which it didn't bother me. Pop is pop. Well, I'm going to say that either. I won't say it. But you have just learned how to make quick beef stew. Hot water cornbread, you just learned. Very simple, so easy you can make it. Okay, the potatoes are still boiling because I want them real mushy. Because when you use canned vegetables and stuff, it's mushy. Well, not mushy, but you know what I mean. So I'm waiting a little bit longer before I put that in, but I will be putting that in a minute. Let me get my favorite thing out. Not thing, it's a spatula, excuse me. But there again, I'm home for work, and you got kids and family in the winter time, and you can set some meat out, make you this dish for the kids and stuff. It's very good and healthy for them in the winter. When it's browned, flip it over. Don't have wet hands like I just did, because it'll pop. But a good cook know about pop. And what did I do? Okay. I done put it somewhere. Yeah. Might as well get it set up, because believe it or not, this is my dinner for today, and maybe tomorrow, who knows. Potatoes is fine. Pull the water off. Add it to your beef stew. Cover it back up. Hot water cornbread. Oh, yeah. I got butter, baby. I love that. My Peaches is so creative. She's so sweet. That's my baby girl. Beautiful, beautiful, proud of. I'm proud of all my girls. I thank God for giving them to me. I never set out to have 7 kids, but God gave it to me. And people won't talk about pro-life or anything, but hey, what God gives you, He'll take care of. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And know one thing. Love abundantly, no matter how they want to be. So I taught you the last show about right when your cornbread, even hot water cornbread, is done, put a little piece of butter in your oil. And there again is vegetable oil. There you go. Very, very good. Put the skillet in the oven to cool. Bring the beef stew back over. There we go. Stir it up. Wonderful. Oh, it smells so good. It reminds me of my mom. We come in from school. She'll be having it all on the stove ready for us. And then, I'm the type of kid that that's why I worked all night anyway. But, gotta clean the mess. And I will. There we go. Homemade beef stew. Beautiful. Can you see the pot? Beautiful. Nice big chunks of beef. Look at that. Look at that. Quick, easy, in the winter time. I mean, come on. Even if you want to take it to work, you can. When you take it to work and put it in the microwave, cover it up, it will pop on your thing. Now, let's get a lid out. Good. Cover it up. Wipe your mess. Okay. So, what I've done. Hold up. Homemade beef stew, hot water cornbread, homemade peach pies with black walnut ice cream for dessert. So that's the thing for today. And remember, if you have any comments on Mama Tina, that's me, is the email. Get me on Facebook. Ernestine, ERNESTINE .Thompson, THOMPSON 3 at Facebook.com. I'll get the comment. I'll answer all your questions. A perfectly good, quick, healthy, hearty homemade beef stew, homemade fried pies that's made out of a can of biscuits and a can of peaches. So, as Patches will say, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your brother, tell your auntie, tell your uncle, tell your cousins, tell your friends, even tell your enemies to tune in to 1975 Patches, YouTube.com, GOD channel, Mama Tina. Love you. And don't forget to check out Life with Cousin Patches. Also, Sweet Addiction TV, which is my great niece. Smooches. Peace. May God keep you covered in His blessings, His healing, His mercy, His grace, His favor, His protection, His healing. Because we all need it above everything, and that's love. Love one another as He has loved us. Hi. See ya, Mama Tina. Oh, enjoy.